Hi folks, I am just a man. I am very new to this. I just wanted to maybe put together a video, maybe somebody sees it and can help encourage them, because if I can do this, anybody can, in my opinion. Anyways, I wanted to share my results after 90 days doing the carnivore diet, lifestyle, however you want to describe it. I started really on May 2nd, because May 1st I kind of started, but I had sugar in my coffee, so it didn't quite count. So officially, like May 2nd, 2024 is when I started. Today, as I'm recording this, is actually August 10th. So it's been just over 90 days since I have been doing the carnivore. I just wanted to share some results and then leave it at that. I'm also going to include some pictures, of some before and after. And I'll let you right on know front, I can see myself doing this for the rest of my life. I feel better than I have in ages. I can't believe just like the transformation that's taking place, and just with the way of feeling. Like I was having issues with my fingers locking up with trigger finger, my middle finger on this finger, my ring finger on this hand, and that's almost completely gone now. Like the trigger finger was so bad on my left hand that I would have to open it back up with my right hand to be able to do it. I could not undo it with my hand itself. It had to have assistance to do it, and now it's like I all day long. Like if I tried to grip something, it would lock. So just in that case, it's been a tremendous help. I'm reading some notes here. I'm not a professional. Oh, there goes my daughter in the background. And I'm back. My daughter started making some noise, so I had to pause. Anyways, let's go over some measurements. My neck and started at 19 and a half inches, and it's still 19 and a half inches, so there was no change in my neck. My forearm, same thing, no changes. It started at 12 and a half inches and still 12 and a half inches, but those are areas that you're not going to see a lot of change right away. My chest area, though, started at 56 and a half inches, and it went to 54 and a half inches. So that's 2 inches in my chest area. That's a big difference in just a short period of time. My belly area, belly button, was where I measured across at. It started out at 60 inches and it went down to 57 inches. So that was a 3-inch difference. My hips started again 56 inches and went down to 53 inches. So that's a 3-inch difference. My thigh started at 23 and a half inches and went down to 21 inches. That's 2.5 inches. And then my calf started at 18 and went down to 17 and a quarter. So that's 3/4 of an inch. As far as like the size, I mean, I could notice, after even only 1 month, like clothes starting to fit looser, having to go down a belt hole or two on my belt, which I had just bought. So, I mean, there's some improvements there. They say don't always just look at your weight, but the weight is a nice thing, because that's what I think a lot of people get into carnivore for, in addition to feeling better and having other issues that they may have. One of the main motivating factors, I think, for a lot of people is weight loss. The other thing is I do have way more energy than I've had in years. My wife and I actually went for our anniversary. We went camping, and I was able to do about a mile hike, and most of it was uphill. And 4 months ago, I wouldn't have been able to do that without resting stopping to rest every short distance. We actually only stopped, I think, once on the whole trail. That video is on my thing as well. You can see it's only in 2 sections that I did put the video together, because we were basically recording the whole time, and we only stopped about one, maybe twice to pause for a second, But I was able to do it with minimal, well, not minimal effort. It was still an effort, but not as much. Anyways, my weight. I started on May 2nd. My weight was 342.8 pounds. On August 9th, 2024, I was at 305.8. So that's a 37-pound loss overall in such a really short period of time. So because of all the benefits that I've seen for doing this, I can't see myself stopping and going back to the way I ate before. It's just not it's not possible. I've done the whole 30 before. I've done keto before. I've done, I went to Kaiser, and I even was on a program with them years ago, which was actually very detrimental to my body. And it was on a program which was basically supplements that allegedly had all the nutrients that you needed. However, it was so low fat, and they said if you don't drink enough water, you could end up with gallstones. So I was drinking water like crazy, and guess what? I still ended up with gallstones, because I learned this now at 53 years of age, that the doctors that we see going over carnivore and stuff like that is the reason why you got gallstones is because you're eating not enough fat. So the fluid that the gallbladder releases and stores has nothing to do. So it just sits there and turns into stones in your body and starts petrifying from the inside. So I had emergency gallbladder surgery after being on that diet for only 2.5 months. I mean, I did lose a lot of weight. I lost 40 pounds in 2.5 months because it was an 800 calorie a day program. But it is terrible. Now I can tell anybody, do not ever do that program. It's one of the worst things you can do. Ever since I started the carnivore, I mean, for the first few days, I had a little bit of cravings for sugar and stuff. But after that, I'm like, the breads, the pastas, and all that kind of stuff, I just look at it, and my brain just thinks it's poison, don't touch it. Now, I'm not saying that I've done perfect carnivore, but I haven't my cheats have been, I started, doing the LMNT chocolate salt and putting it in my coffee, once a day or twice a day. Actually, sometimes I do it twice a day because I guess because of my body composition, whatever, I need the extra electrolytes, and sometimes I have to have up to 2 packets a day to not have the leg cramps at night. I had minor issues with bowel movements that they talk about, but I did not have anything explosive, and it wasn't terrible. It was just one of those things where you got to go to the bathroom and you got to go now. So I mean, that is what it is. It's just real life, But I mean, other than that, I'm completely happy, and I'm stoked to do this. I mean, I just went out and got a big butcher knife. I'm not a picky eater. I just do like steaks and meat, and if I can go, I saw this couple on YouTube or whatever that went and bought this whole chuck roll for $4 something a pound, which is about the price of hamburger, and they cut it up into steaks and cook it in the air fryer. I'll do that too. I don't care. I actually got upset at my wife the other day because she came home with just a few pounds of New York steaks, just a couple pounds, and spent like $40 something. I'm like, don't spend that much. I'm not that picky. I just want the nutrients. It doesn't matter where it comes from. I want the fat and stuff like that. So for the most part, I eat beef, butter, bacon, eggs. I've had pork chops. I have chicken. All kinds of stuff. I mean, I've made one of the recipes for the carnivore sauce, which is basically like an Alfredo sauce. I've done some spices and stuff. I have the adobo seasoning I got the Redmond's real salt, and I use pepper, and that's pretty much about it. I'll use the adobo stuff on the chicken and poultry, and I use the the Redmond's real salt and just pepper on any of the beef, and that's pretty much it. Whether it's ground beef or whatever, and I do eat some cheese. I just don't. I can tell if I overdo it, a day on cheese, because the next day or so I haven't seen an improvement in the weight, or maybe gone up a pound, But then I'm like, okay, be good, and then you get back straight, because nobody's perfect, And like for breakfast this morning, we went out to a restaurant that's not too far away, and I had a 12-ounce steak and 2 eggs and some cottage cheese. Was like the dessert breakfast or whatever, So, but nothing too crazy, and it seems to be working and healthy. And I just wanted to put some of this out, and I'll probably put some other videos out to see progress, so people can see. Who knows who this will reach? Maybe it'll save their life. I feel that. I was going downhill fast, and I was scared for my family, my kids, because I don't know what they would do without me. So, anyways, if this can help anyone, I just want to tell you, don't give up. Just start. Just do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. All right. Peace.